Our pace car goes in, and Tucker Reynolds will lead the field to the line as Chris Hopkins looks them over. Here they come off turn number 4. We're underway.
Reynolds gets a little sideways, but gathers it back in, and he leads the pack across the line, but he's got company as Foster goes low, and D'Alessandro goes high.
Fifield gets up into the marbles, loses ground, and Foster will fight for second place with him now. Fifield recovers nicely, moves up alongside Foster. Good action as they move into turn number 3. Trombley in back of the 22 of Foster, also trying to break out. Fifield touches the wall, catches Trombley, and heavy down.
Hard whack on the front straightaway. Trombley gets up on top of the wall and then gets tapped again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars involved. Trombley taking the worst hit from it.
Absolutely.
Quintiliano was out. D'Alessandro 12 is parked. And we had one car that was right by pit entrance. He zipped in.
But he's able to move at least. Several of these other cars are really in serious troubles at the moment. The Ambassador limousine number 12 of D'Alessandro will be lifted off the track.
Mike Moroso and Joe Avati are both down there. We'll see if we can get them to update us on.
His car is majorly bent here on the front end, and it looks like they're going to take D'Alessandro's car off in lifts. Other than that, everyone's okay, and we're set to go racing here for lap number 2.
We're back underway. Who will it be off turn 4? Tucker Reynolds side by side with Foster, and Foster takes the lead.
Foster with the advantage up high, drops down low now and closes the door, and we got all kinds of brake smoke coming on the wheels of these cars. They trying to slow them down into turn number 1. Tucker Reynolds drops into second. Tommy Fox, 16, running in third. Ooh, got some banging going on behind Fox.
Gary Pelletier into the rear end of Fifield, but Fifield holds his line, and 4th place as they come off the line. Pelletier running 5th, and then it's Stinky moving up on the inside in 6th place.
Way back in the pack, the winner from last week, and one of the faster cars out here earlier, Larry Vassar, having all kinds of problems getting around the traffic.
Down the backstretch they go, and once again Stakey makes his bid on Pelletier, trying to take that number 5 spot. Stakey way down low as Pelletier up high comes across the line just ahead of Stakey. Tim Peterson running right behind them.
The leaders start to pull away, a little bit of distance between first, second, and the rest of the field, as Fox still trying to challenge for second spot.
Now it's Fifield moving to the inside of Reynolds, looking for that number 3 spot. Meanwhile, it is Fox closing in on Foster. We'll have a battle for that top spot coming up very, very shortly as Fox continues to pour on the heat. Boy, they come into turn 2.
Fifield got major league sideways coming out of 4, and he drifted up real close to the wall, but managed to save it. But that dropped him back quite a bit as your leaders start to get real close. As Fox, number 16, looks for a challenge down low on your leader.
Tucker Reynolds with his best effort of the season holding on to 3rd, but now Gary Pelletier closing in on him in the 85 car.
Foster, who run well in the heat race, managing to maintain first spot, but Tommy Fox, number 16, all over his... Oh, Fox goes up into the wall. Number 16 hits the wall, gathers it back in, but boy, the sparks were flying as he came out of turn 2.
Somehow he managed to salvage that one, but meanwhile Tucker Reynolds drops off the pace. He's way, way up high as the field works its way around him. Across the line, 6 laps complete as Foster continues to set the pace.
He's trying to get to the pits.
No way now he can. We're still under green, and he's going to be in a dangerous spot there in turn number 1.
Here come your leaders, Foster and Fox. They see him, but he's getting in a position now where the drivers coming into the corner are going to have a difficult time picking him out.
Reynolds coming to a halt down there. And let's see what will happen now. Here comes the caution flag as Reynolds comes to a stop. Instead of pulling to the infield, he stays on the track. All right, here they go.
You wind him up. Foster on the gas. They cross the stripe between 3 and 4. The green light is out. And number 22, Dr. D, got Foster. Tommy Fox, number 16 on the outside. And they stay that way right into turn number 1.
Side-by-side action, great action. Down the backstretch they go. Pelletier right behind them looking for an opening, but it's going to be tough to find one around these 2 fine competitors. Foster and Fox side-by-side. Look at this action as they'll complete lap number 8. Still a long way to go now. Fox eases just a little bit ahead at the line.
Tommy Fox, number 16, into turn number 1, still on the outside. Foster won't let him get back down in. 22, Foster holds there side by side. Foster gets bumped a little bit, and Fox takes the advantage. Pelletier also moves up, but he too is on the outside now.
Into turn number 4. Leading the way is Fox, and he'll be a tough man to catch. Meanwhile, Fifield off the pace, up against the wall, and hopefully will head for the infield. Dale Fifield, number 23. Into turn number 2, here comes Richie Gautreau. 3 wide out of turn 2. Gautreau backs off as Peterson now moves in on Pelletier. Great battle for the number 3 spot behind our 2 front runners. Off the turn, look at this action, side by side with Pelletier and Peterson.
Gautreau right behind him, and looks like the yellow is coming out. It is. We got a car spun coming out of turn number 2. Across the stripe between 3 and 4. They'll watch for the light, watch for the flag. Tommy Fox will be the one to lead him off. He winds it up. Fox jumps on the gas. The green flag comes out, and Tommy Fox in the lead as they come out of turn number 4 and ahead to the stripe. Banging going on. Pelletier and Foster come together.
The boys doing a little leaning, but everybody okay as Peterson now will move up on Foster. And it's Peterson into 3rd place. And here comes Rich Gautreau. They hung Foster out to dry that time. Both Pelletier and Peterson. Now Gautreau moving up. He takes over 4th place. And Foster dropping back 3 positions very quickly.
Well, Snappy, number 33, trying to make a move also. Nobody's going to let Foster back in as he's really hung out, and he just can't seem to get a bite coming out of the turns. And the guy who was leading for a number of laps is now sitting in 6th spot.
Tom Butler now starting to make his move. Jay Stewart on the outside also moving up as they are now behind Foster. 11 laps complete as Tommy Fox sets the pace over Gary Pelletier. Rich Gautreau dives in deep into turn 1, trying to cut that gap between he and Pelletier. And here comes Gautreau looking for 2nd place. The 28 car moving to the inside of the 85. Into turn number 3, it's Gautreau taking over 2nd.
Watching all this from a safe distance, but close to pouncing is number 17, Jimmy Peterson. Pelletier wobbles a little bit. Peterson down on the inside, looking for the advantage, hoping to move up, just like Gautreau did. As Pelletier gets up high, and the leaders start to run away from the pack once again.
Now keep an eye on Peterson. A good battle going on for that number 3 spot. Here they come off the turn. Who will it be? And it's Peterson taking this position away from Pelletier.
Number 17, Jim Peterson, doing an excellent job. Whoa, we got the yellow flag out.
Don Sandow spinning between 3 and... The light on, the pace car still on as...
Dominating here like he did last week. Here we go, the field winds up. Green flag is out. Once again, Fox, number 16, in the lead, coming out of turn number 4 at the stripe. Gautreau, number 28, running 2nd. Peterson now in a real battle for 3rd spot.
A great start by Tommy Fox, but right behind him, plenty of jostling going on. The battle for 3rd is going on, particularly Peterson and Pelletier going at it hammer and tongue. Tom Butler right behind them, looking for an opening. Here they come off turn number 4. They'll head to the line. 13 laps complete and 12 to go. It's Peterson at the line into 3rd place.
Peterson holds 3rd going in. Pelletier drops down low, is going to try and take it back. And Butler's right there with him as the racing surface. And here comes company. Foster jumps on the gas, trying to get out of harm's way.
And he'll try to stay on the same lap as our leaders, but it'll be a tough battle because here comes Fox really pouring it on, and Rich Gautreau also having a great night tonight. Pelletier holding 3rd, Butler now running in 4th, Peterson 5th, and Jay Stewart now up to 6th place. Our point leader now running 6th.
Pelletier was passed by number 17, Peterson, who managed to get his act together and took it back. Peterson dropped back 2 positions and is now, whoa, look at this, Pelletier getting challenged again as Peterson comes up alongside of him, so does Butler.
And Butler now running in 4th place. Jay Stewart almost worked his way around by going 3 wide, decided it was not too wise and backed off. So he holds on to the number 6 spot. Larry Vassar, though, is moving up under Jay Stewart. Great action in the pack as they head out of turn number 2. It's Butler, Peterson, Pelletier, Vassar, and Stewart in that order.
Vassar now making a move around Pelletier, but Pelletier drops down and shuts the door. Vassar goes high. Your leaders just continue to motor away. looking right down the tailpipe of Foster, number 22, but he'll be a lap down if they get by him, as Fox, number 16, maintains the lead.
It's Butler still running third, but now Peterson closes back in on him again. And meanwhile, Herb Bennett moves out of the pack, and he's under George Greco. A good battle going on there. Off the turn, and it's Fox leading the way to the line. 18 down and 7 to go.
And they are still tight, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, as the field starts to split up. Another challenge for fourth spot, as Peterson, 17, tries to get under Butler, and we got a car spinning and all kinds of smoke coming out on turn number 2, and the yellow flag is out again.
It appears to be Cliff Stakey in car 66.
Pace car's down. Start to wind him up. And once again, number 16 with the jump. But he doesn't drive away quite as smartly this time, as he's got company. Gutro's got some company also, as Butler drops down in the 4 car and tries to challenge for 2nd spot.
As you may recall, Butler had engine problems last week, and certainly they have gotten things straightened out, because here he comes. The number 4 closes in on the 28 of Gutro. Peterson runs in 4th place, Pelletier 5th, Stewart in 6th, Herb Bennett running 7th. Off the turn they come, 19 down, and Fox building his lead again over our 2nd place car.
Tommy Fox with the hot setup is able to motor away. He's got 3 car lengths between Gutro, 28, Butler, 4, and Peterson running in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Pelletier being challenged now by Stewart. The number 11 car drops down on the 85 car, and Pelletier makes the pass. Here comes Herb Bennett right along with him.
And Bennett also moves up a notch on Gary Pelletier. Into turn number 1. Fox leading the way, but now Butler getting ever closer to Richie Gutro. A 2nd place challenge is coming up. Here we go into turn 3. Gutro guns in deep and hard. And no room for Butler to make a move.
And Fox's advantage seems to be dwindling a bit as the cars are closing in on him. So your leader, number 16, will once again have to lead the field off as the caution flag is out again. 22. I think we've said this a couple of times.
Yes.
And no go screen, and here comes Foster up the back, and Fox is in the front.
Mike, what have you got real quick?
The rest of the field, that is old car. We'll be back next week.
All right, thank you, Mike. Here we go.
Once again, whoa, we're coming together big time as Peterson and Gutro get together, playing bumper tag. Fox again leads them off. This time the number 4 cars, we got 3 cars come together on the front straightaway.
The bumpers are hooked on the 18. And meanwhile, look at this. Problems with Tom Butler's car as he apparently loses the right front wheel.
Boy, we got him throwing pieces off all over the place.
Butler made contact with the backstretch wall. And you can see the black mark right by the AC Delco sign where Butler scraped the wall in car number 4. You can see the heavy damage to the right front as the wheel is now askew. And after a tough week this week, getting the motor back in shape. And Butler comes to a halt. Now he's trying to get it into the infield.
We told you to late model. I think there's a little bit of problem between Gutro and Butler. Butler doing a durability test on his helmet.
Well, it gets awfully frustrating. Last week the engine seemed to let go. It was not as bad as first feared. And this week, heavy damage to the right front, so you can see a little frustration building up apparently.
Tom Butler's.
Meanwhile, we got the Connecticut.
Once again, the number 16 car winds them up as they come into turn number 4. Fox doesn't waste any time. He's on the gas. And here they come. Gutro, number 28, right behind him. Peterson on the outside. Stewart on the outside is moving around for 3rd spot as we get some contact. Herb Bennett doing some banging with Pelletier. Drops back 2 places.
Meanwhile, Jay Stewart gets hung out to dry on the outside, and Peterson is trying his best to move up. Held back now by Gutro as they come off turn number 4. And Stewart, though, now surging back to hold on to 3rd place.
As they go to turn number 1, it's still number 16, Fox, Gutro, 28, Stewart, 11, and Peterson, 17. Your first 4 positions as the field immediately starts to string out again. But the guy who's been real consistent, number 16, Fox,
Off
Still
the
in the
turn. Yep, and here he comes, leading the field to the line with now 3 laps to go. Fox looking very, very good as now the field stretches out a little bit. Herb Bennett drops off the pace. Problems with the 64 car.
The veteran definitely has a problem as he's really starting to slow as they come out of turn number 2. Popsicle sticks in the air, 2 laps to go. 2 more times around the Stafford half mile for Tommy Fox, the late model driver who has definitely got the restart down pat.
Richie Gautreau has closed in a little bit, but we've only got 2 laps left. Let's see if Gautreau can continue to close in on him. Gets a little bit closer. Jay Stewart, meanwhile, will try to gain on our front 2 to make it a 3-way battle. Here they come into turn 3. Gautreau trying his best to get a little bit closer to make a challenge. Let's see how they do it. Off the turn, it's Fox leading the way. 3 car lengths. He builds his lead back up again.
Last lap, white flag lap. Tommy Fox, number 16. In the red and black car, Terry Konopka, number 28. In the red car, Jay Stewart, the 11, and Peterson in the black 17. That's your top 4. Leaders come out of turn number 3 and a 4. On to the front straightaway for the checkered flag. Number 16, Tommy Fox, followed by Jerry Konopka, the 28 car. Jay Stewart, the 11, and Jim Peterson, unofficially, in the 17, finishing in 4th. Some of the things you're supposed to do, and the excitement just takes over, but
right.
We got him back on the scale, so we'll get the car weighed, and with everything in order, we'll have him back here on the start-finish line for his congratulations photos and an interview.
So a real tight battle shaping up among the Mod Squad for this season.
Well, here comes your winner from the late models, ladies and gentlemen, number 16, Tommy Fox.
First, we'll take care of our victory lane photos and the presentation of the trophies. Tom out of the car. Let's give him a big hand. He drove a very fine and steady race. Tommy Fox, winner tonight. Down to victory lane and Mike Massaro.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how about a big round of applause for tonight's late model stock winner from Plainville, Connecticut, driving the Larry's Auto Machine, Tommy Fox. Thank you. Tommy fought off a number of restarts there. Richie Gautreau gave you some challenges towards the end, but your car seemed really dialed in. You seem to have everything nailed down tonight. How do you get that to work out for you, and can you keep it going for the rest of the season?
Well, we've been pretty fast right out of the box here, but we haven't had much luck, and I'm trying to learn how to drive the track. That's coming along pretty good. Made a ton of horsepower tonight, and the chassis was really hooked up. The 28 car, hey, he had a good run going. That 11 car was going good, but we were able to hold him off tonight. I don't think anybody could have beat us tonight.
Well, it seemed like you took over on lap number 9. It was kind of smooth sailing from there. Not anybody else had enough muscle to catch you. Once again, congratulations. And ladies and gentlemen, how about another warm round of applause for Tommy Fox?
You got to give him a lot of credit because I just think the wear and tear on his body is going to be...
Well, I wish him, he's a great young man. Wish him all the best. Let's go racing with our 30-lap new Mod Squad feature. We are under green, and the pack separates just a bit midfield, and the jump is going to come from the outside pole, Kurt Brainerd.
Brainerd on the outside, but Sylvester with the edge on the inside down low, moves around to take over the first spot formally, and Tom Tagg, number 3, running in 3rd.
This is the first of several races tonight in which we've seen the inside pole sitter emerge on lap 1 with the lead. Brainerd is 2nd, bumping some there about 8th place or so.
Agor gets a little sideways, number 22, coming out of turn number 4, but gathers it back in as the field starts to spread out.
Single file through the front 5, then they're 2 by 2. That's Christopher on the inside at 6th place, looking for a bit of advantage on the bottom.
Again, sideways coming out Agor, and this time Tom Tagg right in front of him also gets a little sideways, so the cold temperatures are really causing the tires to slip and slide a little bit, but you'd never know it watching Tony Sylvester.
Keep your eye on that black number 80 about mid-pack, Mike Christopher. He's one of the aces of this division, and now he gets hung behind a car that loses its grip going into turn 3 and drops back a spot.
Mike run side by side with Mike Paquette, Mike Christopher and Mike Paquette. They've got lots of traffic in front of them trying to move around.
I think, Tony, it's the lower lane that's going to go. There's one car at the head of that second pack that now drops down to the bottom. So Paquette and now Christopher goes to the bottom groove.
Paquette ran very well here last week. Like he's up the front and duplicating. He's doing well in the points race, but Tony Sylvester is just driving away.
Big jumble in turn 2. 4 cars are in it, and one lights up fireworks all the way down the back straightaway. In that incident, the number 12 is Steve Chwanski. See in turn 4, and a shower of sparks limps its way to pit road. And at 4 laps, we are under the first caution of this 30-lapper.
Chwanski was the victor here last week. Did well.
That's the 87
Mike Christopher, who had been right behind Mike Paquette and trying to make a move up, was the other car involved. He's going to limp off to the pits and hopefully not do more damage to the underside. All right, we're getting set for the restart this time, and once again, up front, Tony Sylvester in 33 will have to battle Kurt Brainerd in 96. On the initial start, Brainerd had the lead going into turn 1, but then Sylvester prevailed. Let's see what happens as they round out of turn 4. We're green.
Here we go. We're racing. Sylvester back on the gas. They come out. Still in command. Tom Tagg trying to move up, but Brainerd 96 up right in behind Sylvester number 33 and maintains second spot. It's
Teddy Christopher around and away. Huh. What a dive bomb move he put on down the front straightaway. Just sliced to the left, and we're going caution. There's a piece of lead up there in turn 2. I don't think it fell out of anybody's helmet. This time, without the pace car. 4 laps down from 30. Here they go on the front row.
And we're off. Once again, Sylvester on the gas. Brainerd kind of hanging out there. And Tagg touches wheels, but manages to gather him back in. As they go down into turn number 1. It's Sylvester 1. Brainerd hangs on for second. Tom Tagg is third. And Agor running fourth.
Tagg is coming. He's got the inside line. Goes in dead even for that second spot, and he may take it coming out of 4.
Tom Tagg, real popular driver. Hanging on a second spot. Ran well here last week, but faded later on. Car is really hooked up now.
Tagg in second, Agor in third. Paquette moving up the outside, and Dennis Gaeta coming. Bob Potter, watch that white number 51 as Father Time moves toward the front of the field.
Potter drops down low, trying to make a move up one position, but not able to complete it, but still sits comfortably in 4th spot.
Bob Potter 4th at number 51, Mike Paquette 5th in number 1. And now Potter tries the high side at turn 3. He is rolling. Trouble.
Boom!
Bert Marvin goes around, and we're going to have 3 cars in this one.
And he gets T-boned, too.
Bert Marvin's in it. Georgitis again. Ted Christopher again. John Walmsley in number 7, and the 23, Larry Ross. Christopher gets away.
Whichever comes first.
I'm kidding. All right, this time for real. Green flag.
They wind him up, and once again, number 33, the Flying Tiger, Tony Sylvester, leads him off.
Around goes Christopher! Everybody scatters.
Well, I turned right, and you looked left, and everything was happening down at this end of the track.
Well, Ted Christopher came off turn number 4.
I didn't think this was a discussionary decision. I mean, this is something you just get told to do and do it, but...
Well, the officials will sort it out, if not now, later.
Yes.
All right, once again, the pace car, which has run a lot of miles in this feature, makes the left turn, and here we go. On the green, making the shift and coming up to speed, Tony Sylvester. Kurt Brainerd settles in to second spot, and now coming up the inside comes number 22.
In through turn number 1 is still Sylvester. Everybody else is pretty stacked up. Agor running in third. Tagg running in second. Brainerd now is back to 5th spot.
Bob Potter on the outside for 3rd place. Here comes Father Time. Now Mike Paquette goes to the high side in the yellow number 1. as Potter looks for second place.
Here he goes. Bob Potter, number 51, a former track champion, goes around Tom Tagg on the outside.
Now Bob Potter sets his sights on leader Tony Sylvester as Tagg and Paquette battle for third place.
Mike Paquette touched wheels with Tom Tagg for just a sec. The 85 car goes around out of harm's way and back onto the racing surface. And look at Potter pull up on Tony Sylvester.
No question, Bob Potter's the fastest car in this field. The big question is, can he find a way past?
Sylvester, known for making his car extra wide, will do everything in his power to keep Bob Potter behind him.
Ooh, two-lane Tony? Oh, with the wall hard.
That was hard.
Car number 5, Dennis Gaeta. That car sitting in the shadows. This time he'll have Bob Potter to contend with on the outside. And at row number 2, Mike Paquette in the number 1 and Tom Tagg in the number 3. Once again, Sylvester gets a good jump on the green flag and he'll lead the field. Potter is loose. He saves it.
Oh, great job of pulling it back in. As down on the bottom goes Mike Paquette, number 1, and moves into second spot. Tom Tagg running 4th behind Potter.
You know, there aren't that many guys that can get that loose, not lift out of the throttle, and still come down the straightaway in third place.
I was impressed.
Mike Paquette on the outside now in the yellow number 1. Takes that 4th spot.
Shawansky now running very smartly. Was way back of the field. Now running up at 4th. Number 12.
All right, let's put Paquette in second, put Shawansky in 4th, having come up the outside.
Ted Christopher is running in 6th spot. Correction, 5th spot. He's spun around 3 times tonight, and he still manages to run in 5th spot.
And here comes John Anderson. Sparks fly in the back straightaway. Tom Tagg is in trouble as Anderson goes past. Tagg comes to pit road. Tough break.
Anderson goes around Agor, number 22. So the 15 car, starting from the back of the pack, runs down the front runners. He's got about 4 car lengths, and he'll catch him.
He may make the run from worst to first tonight. Let's see what Bob Potter's got up his sleeve. The white 51 runs in 3rd.
Paquette was able to take advantage of Potter's slip, but Potter didn't lose but a couple of car lengths, and Sylvester is not running away from the field. Mike Paquette is right on his bumper.
Paquette's a real heads-up, real thinking driver. You won't see him throw the car away. You won't see him take a lot of untoward chances, but if there's a way to get to the front, he'll find it. But now he's got to have a look in his mirror as well, because Bob Potter will be there, and it'll be halfway this time. Paquette, little look to the inside that time, nothing there.
Everybody stays tight together. No one's running away as 1st through 5th become a train down the front straightaway.
We are halfway in the new Mod Squad Winston Racing Series feature. Mike Paquette dives to the bottom and has to get out of it. Sylvester comes down to cover the spot.
Great move by Tony Sylvester as they come out of turn number 4, but he knows he's going to have to work hard to maintain that spot.
Yeah, he's not going to gift wrap this one for Mike Paquette. But Paquette seemed to have a lot of steam at the end of the front straightaway now. They're turn 4. Field picks its way around. The number 85 car that had spun earlier to come back out onto the track, Bob Carbonic.
Wisely got out of the way and let the train go by.
Shawansky and Potter, closest thing on the racetrack. That's 3rd and 4th place as they come off turn 4. 9 to go.
Well, everyone's waiting for someone else to do something as we settle in here.
Sylvester holds him off.
It's just a matter of time. Paquette knows exactly how wide the car is, and so does Sylvester.
Paquette had the room on the bottom. He just couldn't get the power down as quickly as he would have liked from that inside lane. 7 laps to go.
Now they move around Fred Peckham, number 49, another car to be lapped. Sylvester with a little bit more breathing room this time.
That may have taken a little out of Paquette's tires to make that last move. We'll see what he's got. power down, but can't hold it. Potter looked to capitalize. Here comes Shawansky down to the inside on Potter, who closes the door in his face. And it'll be 4 laps to go.
That was a great move. I thought for sure he was going to be able to motor past.
When you get down on that bottom and his rear wheels start to spin, not too far you can go. Sylvester had a good run out of the high lane and held the lead. They'll have 3 more chances at it. 3 laps to go. Mike Paquette drawing ever closer. He's just a car length back. He's tried Sylvester going into the turn, tried him coming off the turn. Has not been able to wrest the lead from Tony Sylvester. 2 laps to go.
Now Christopher's back close to Shawansky, the number 13 red car of Ted Christopher, has moved back in close to Steve Shawansky, the number 12.
Shawansky takes it in deep on Potter. Potter has a look over Mike Paquette. The white flag is in the air, and they've got one more trip around Stafford to decide this one.
Everything remains the same. Sylvester with a car length lead. Looks like he's going to take it home.
Shawansky looks up high. Bob Potter slides it up to cover the spot, and it will be Tony Sylvester over Mike Paquette, Bob Potter, Shawansky, Christopher, and Anderson. Well, a rocky beginning, but a good feature run for the new mod squad. As in 4 nights of racing, 4 different winners. And Tony Sylvester will join John Anderson, Mike Christopher, and Steve Shawansky as this season's winners so far. Connecticut Classic underway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the new mod squad feature event winner here tonight, Tony Sylvester. Give him a chance to get his act together and get a couple of pictures taken. Free car for next week, so he'll be even more visible.
And Tony will also be calling out Ted Christopher from the pits. He's the winner of tonight's CarQuest Quest for Success Award.
One of the things that's discouraging, the guy's got no fans here, really. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for number 33, the Mod Squad winner, Tony Sylvester. To begin with, have you learned how to restart?
Yeah, we learn how to restart now. This cold weather makes it a real tough thing on these tires. These are the perfect summer tires. You know, you got snow tires and summer tires. These are the summer tires, and the winter tires should be the Hoosiers. So I wanted the McCreary's. Those are the best tires going for this division, so I'm glad we got the McCreary's, but they're a little tough when it's cold.
It was wild out there. Being in front, I don't think you saw quite as much as the guys behind you, but what was it the surface, the temperature that caused all the problems, you think?
You know, I don't want to bore all the fans with this tire nonsense, but that's the problem with these tires. They don't work until they're real hot. These are the perfect July and August tires. You need a Hoosier for the cold night, you need a McCreary for the hot night, and you can't have everything.
Well, I guess we're going to see you again in July, right?
Can I talk?
Your partner here wants to say hello. What did you think of that ride?
Good.
When are you going to start driving?
I'm doing football things.
There you go, there you go. Well, I know your fans are really anxious to get up and celebrate this with you. Congratulations, Tony. Hope to see you up here many more times ahead.
We'll definitely be back. Like I said, this is a summer car. This is a convertible. We can't wait for the summer to heat up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Sylvester.
Well, thank you, Mike. I'm down here with tonight's Grand Marshals. Norm Patrick, the owner and publisher of Gator Racing. I've also got Lenny Sammons, the editor and publisher of the Area Auto Racing News. I also have Bruce Boucher, represents the Speedway scene, and he's the editor there. Also from the National Speed Sport News, I also have Walter Renner. They're about here ready to give the command for tonight's start to the Connecticut Classic 150. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Like true pros. It always comes out right in print.
I thought they did a good job. The harmony was pretty nice.
The harmony was terrific. Thank you, gentlemen, and thanks for all your efforts to keep all of our fans and the other media as best informed as possible on our favorite kind of stock car racing, the modified. 150 laps. For the pick, if you married an Indy car to a Winston Cup car, the progeny would be a NASCAR modified. High horsepower, low weight, open wheel, stock car bodies. And they run in tight packs on half-mile ovals like this one all around the East. Boy, are they fun to watch. I know it's cold out there, but it's about to heat up. The Connecticut Classic is about set to get underway. Here comes the field at turn number 4. Ted Christopher rolls him slow off the corner. Sideways, whoa! He gets into the fence off the pole sitter, and they stack all up behind him.
Unbelievable. He went for the gas, he got pushed sideways right into the wall.
Christopher on the pole. Shades of Roberto Guerrero at Indy. Brought the field out at turn 4 very, very slowly. Came up, lit up the tires, got the car sideways, then went off the front bumper of Ed Flemke into the fence. Both he and brother Ricky came from the back of the pack. Ricky led a lot of the race, but Jeff led the checkered flag lap. Pace car's in. So let's do it for real. 150 laps out of turn 4. Green flag.
That's right, red, number 69 with the advantage.
Fuller's not going to give him an inch. Here they come out of 2. Reggie gets the bite, but Fuller's got the horsepower. Dead even into turn 3. And it's heating up now. Fuller edges ahead. Off the corner, though, it's Ruggiero with the lead.
Here comes Parker, number 1 car, drops down low on the inside, trying to take the second spot away from Fuller.
Jeff Fuller better get going, or he's going to get freight trained on the bottom.
The rest of the field starts to spread out. Everyone's just kind of settling in. But up front, they're close together, and no one's running away.
Jeff Fuller has nowhere to hide. Now he drops in line in 3rd place. Steve Mark in 2nd. Ricky Fuller in 4th. And Jan Lady. Fate has not smiled on Jan Lady at Stafford. He's qualified well, but not finished well until the spring sizzler. Now in number 25, he thinks he's got this place figured out. We'll see.
Order remains the same as they cross the line. 1 car dips it.
He quickly got a reputation as a very aggressive driver. He has tempered that a good bit. He is now a very cagey driver, very strategy-oriented. Won't abuse the car. If the car is comfortable up in the back of Reggie's car. Note Wayne Anderson, the Tour point leader, mired deep in the field, and the Len Bowler number 3. Wayne's going to need to move up a bunch if he's going to hang on to the Featherlight point lead. But he is at the tail end of the 3rd pack.
Park takes a look up top, but Reg is there for him again. The car. Potter ran well in the Mod Squad race. Got to get his head screwed on real quick here because here comes the crew and they're going to run him down.
Bob Potter 13 laps down as he climbs aboard for Mike Hewitt Isco.
They make that 14.
Okay. Front 5 freight train him, and now the separation beginning to open up. Probably the cagiest driver in that front 5. Here's a move for 6 spots. That's Worley. And the yellow number 4 diving under Tony Ferranti. Well, he tried it at turn 4 and then goes to...
He's underneath Ferranti's rear wheel. Let's see if we can hold it as he goes through turn 3 and 4.
Satch has the bottom entering 3, and he's going to take the spot off of 4. Here comes Charlie Pastriak. Satch opened the door. Charlie's going to try to follow it through. Ferranti has to give him room at turn 2. So 6, now the property of Satch Worley. Let's see if he can run down the leader. 20 laps complete of 150.
So the distance remains pretty much the same between...
Not drastically, but Lady's car now works the top side at turn 4. And Ricky comes up, holds the spot. 4th place is where it's going to get interesting. Out of the throttle for a minute, then dispenses with the lap car. Doesn't cost him any of his advantage. Steve Park still right with him. Turn 4, another lap car. S.J. Avant, move over, Steve. And Reggie will work his way by.
When the weather's cold like this, does the track tend to be a one-groove track, and you run up high?
Well, you'd have to work that second groove in just a little. Steve Park was up there for a bit. Satch Worley made it work. I think with the amount of racing we've had here tonight, it should be still a good 2-groove racetrack. You see that down in turn 1 as Jan Lady goes around the outside of Steve Avant and still gets a good grip there out in that high groove. Now red over flag. Gary Malone. As the leaders move past. Satch Worley in that 6th spot in the number 4, unable to gain much ground on the front 5 thus far.
Yeah, he seems
not going to pull it off. Steve Park tries to use the lap car as a pick, and Fuller can't get to the outside fast enough. Fuller had the move, but didn't have the power, and Steve Park lifts out of it.
Well, he got sideways coming out of 4.
Steve Park surrenders second to Jeff Fuller.
Now Rick Fuller and Jan Liddy are right on his bumper. And Jeff Fuller in the 8 car is stretched out substantially, but they're all going to be moving through traffic as these next few laps tick away.
Well, Ruggiero got quite a break when Park and Fuller started battling. Let's see if Jeff can run him down. Back straightaway, they're about 8 car lengths apart. Looks like Reggie's a little quicker coming out of the corner, and Fuller's bringing it in hard, trying to close the gap going into the corner.
Not too much going on in the back of the pack either. Everyone's pretty much settled into position.
Satch Worley's moved away from Charlie Pastriak in that battle for 6th and 7th. Now lap traffic, Charlie catches back up again. Worley is 6th. Charlie Pastriak is the 7th place car. In 8th, Tony Ferranti. In 9th is Tom Baldwin, and 10th, Richie Gallup. That's a good race down in turn number 1. And Baldwin gets real squirrely, and Gallup's going to take that spot away. 10th place to Richie Gallup. Baldwin drops to 11th.
Mike Christopher working on him also. Mike Christopher on the outside of New York number 7 and manages to move by him.
Coming up on 40 laps from 150. Look for pit stops at around halfway. Now Wayne Anderson moving up is down at turn 1. He takes a spot away from Jamie Tomeno. Well, I say takes it away. Tomeno's right with him again in the back straightaway. Tomeno in the white 99. Now Anderson forges ahead, and Len Bowler's number 3. Leaders out of turn 4. And Ruggiero puts lap 41 on the board. And Satch Worley is gaining on that group.
Oh, yes, he's definitely gaining. He's only got about 5 car lengths now, separating him from Jan Liddy. Rick Fuller takes a look at Park. Looks Steve is able to increase the distance as they come out of turn number 2.
Lap car, Brad Eichel, a little squirrely there in front of Johnny Bush as they go back to turn 1. Down to the inside, Ricky Fuller, turn 2. He's got may get to hold his spot here. They come out of 4. Ricky almost threads the needle. Not quite.
Jan Leedy was trying to make a move on that opportunity around there, and the door got closed on him in a heartbeat, but Zach Worley has really pulled up on these guys. 25 car, Jan Leedy's car. So the lap traffic is definitely working his advantage.
Reggie Ruggiero leads by about a second and a half as he skillfully works traffic with the aid of the passing flag. Jeff Fuller in second, Steve Park holding off the advances of Rick Fuller. Jan Leedy in fifth, turn 4, Satch Worley in sixth. Draws underneath Leedy coming off the corner.
And it doesn't happen.
No, Leady's got a good bite off the corner. A battle back straightaway, third place on back, takes it into turn number 3. Ruggiero goes by Jamie Tomato. He's lapping cars at will.
Well, the pits have been really quiet. Normally, you have some activity in there, but after that first fiasco with Ted, everything has remained fairly...
Second place, turn 2. Or third place, rather. Ricky Fuller gets underneath Stephen Park. He's going to take Jan Leedy with him into turn number 3. Satch Worley's on the bottom, and Steve Park is in a bad spot. Steve Park caught up high, and Worley's going to go past him. Here comes Charlie Pasteryak. Charlie gets underneath. And Steve Park just went from third to off the leaderboard. Trouble for Reggie. Almost lost it coming out of turn number 4. He retains the lead, but Reggie almost lost the car coming out of 4.
Car just got sideways on him.
Jeff Fuller to the front. What happened to Ruggiero? Jeff Fuller takes the lead as Reggie gets balked by a pack of lapped cars.
Well, Reggie's back up to speed, so whatever happened probably was a reaction to someone in front of him, but Jeff definitely took the advantage there, and now he is working around traffic quickly also, trying to get some space between him and Reg.
Somebody think when they should have tagged. Now they get past Tom Baldwin. And Reggie tries to reel in Jeff Fuller. Turn 2, there's those 3 cars battling once again. Rick Fuller now with Jan Leedy and Satch Worley.
Side by side as they come out.
And they lap past Jamie Tomato. Charlie Pasteryak has moved up a spot in
second, and everybody else.
Battle for third remains a good one, however. Here they come to the front straightaway. Rick Fuller in third. And for fourth place, Satch Worley is giving Jan Leedy fifth at turn 2.
He took a look down on the inside.
Turn 3, lapped cars are holding up. Fuller is there. Now he gets underneath Fuller.
Reg goes down low. Now they're side by side.
And the lappers are single file. They move past Tim Connolly, but Ruggiero is there, and he's into position to capitalize. Under Leedy in turn 3, but caution is out.
Well, here we go, boy. It's going to get wild and woolly in the pits right now.
I wonder. Jeff Fuller took over the lead. And a lot of the battling's been from third on back. Rick Fuller sits in third. Jan Leedy in fourth. Satch Worley in fifth. First to dive in. Fifth place, Satch Worley will go in with him. And sixth place, Charlie Pasteryak comes pit side as well.
Rick Fuller is in the pits also, number 77. And he's taking on some tires.
So from third on back, let's go to the pits.
Tactics, tactics, tactics.
Yeah, Bob Garbarino's crew gave Sats really quick service. Meanwhile, Jan Leahy had a long stop and is way toward the back in that day-glow red and white number 25. Eddie Flemke coming back out. No, we're going to hold caution for one more lap.
I thought for sure he was lapped, but obviously...
No, so he also must have stayed. Did he stay out? Yes.
Yeah, he didn't go in.
Well, the pace car is in. Let's go racing. Jeff Fuller on the gas. And he will lead him. Ruggiero in second. Kennedy third. Worley fourth. Back under green at lap 69. Bumper tag at turn 2.
Conley goes with Ruggiero, but he's a lap down.
Ricky Fuller on the bottom gets under at Kennedy. And here comes Ricky on fresh Hoosiers. From inside to the outside. Deep move by Ricky Fuller. Big trouble in one. And 2 cars are hard into the wall. Satch Worley is one of them.
And it looks like Steve Park, the number 1 car, also there. Jan Leahy was involved. He gets turned around, but he gets his car started again.
Jan Leahy involved and Jamie Tomeno. Something happened here in the front straightaway and cars started scattering, and by the time they got to turn 1, it looked like, was it Tomeno who was turned around and hard up into the fence? Excuse me, Steve Park in the number 1, and Satch Worley ended up piled in at Worley. Starter points to turn 4 for the restart, and they really bunch up now. How long can Fuller and Ruggiero on those worn tires stay at the front? Let's find out. Jeff Fuller grabs the gear, gets the restart. He's got the lead. Ruggiero in second. Will it be Ricky Fuller on the bottom or Tony Hirschman up top?
Hirschman and Ricky Fuller came together just a little bit, but look at the way they're sticking right behind the ridge.
Ruggiero holds them off. And it's Rick Fuller for third place.
Rick goes to the outside, look around the ridge. That was tight.
Ruggiero didn't leave him any room. But remember, Rick Fuller is on new tires, and look what they do for him. Second place to turn 3. And Ricky just dumps it in there hard and comes out with second place. Hirschman takes third. Ruggiero's got nowhere to go. Except wait for that next caution flag and put on some new sneakers. Now it's Jeff Fuller. Okay, fans, 1 week ago, it was Ricky on the outside with the lead. Jeff on the bottom. Took Ricky up high, took the lead and the win. What will happen here? Rick Fuller around the outside. Jeff gives him room, and Ricky Fuller has the lead as Ruggiero. And Hirschman has cut down a tire. Tony Hirschman rolls to a halt. And 3 cars go spinning.
And out comes the yellow flag. And they're, whoa, we got them spinning up here too, but they managed to gather it back in. Ferranti was sideways, but...
And they may have a look at Tony Hirschman. Some mistake. They've had tires go down while leading, you name it. Kurt Chase anxiously awaiting that first win of the season. But Rick Fuller has 3 top 5s, or 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s to show for his season. Let's see what he can do here with 66 laps to go. Green flag. Charlie Pasteryak has moved up in the running order. Right behind Richie Gallup, the Barry Cunell wrenched machine in second. Richie Gallup out of Agawam, Mass. Charlie Pasteryak in third, and Wayne Anderson, the point leader, is fourth.
Well, there's a change of events. He was way in the back earlier. Wayne definitely was up.
But keep your eye to the back of the pack. It's Jan Leahy at 25. Reggie and Jeff all try to move back up through. A long way to go. 64 laps to get there.
Rick is not pulling away. He's got about a 3-car margin, but he's not able to just disappear from the field.
Richie Gallup right with him. Rick Fuller knows how to conserve his race car. He knows how to charge and win. right now, he needs to do like Reggie did the first 50 laps of this race, just go into cruise control. Not wear those tires out, but just hold what he has, the lead.
With him being up front, Reg and Jeff are going to have to work real hard to get around traffic. Their tires are probably going to get chewed up considerably faster.
Good point. Rick Fuller's probably led more laps than anybody on the tour this year, but has yet to have a victory to show for it.
Charlie Paquette doing really well in number 5 car. Staying with the leaders. Takes a look under Richie Gallup.
Jeff Fuller back straightaway, and Reggie Ruggiero. Close quarters there at turn 3, and almost some contact. Work through some of the traffic here. Fuller way down on the bottom in turn 1, and Reggie goes around him on the outside. Jeff Fuller ran out of room on the bottom of the racetrack. He had passed Reggie, but the lap car Brad Hightower was there.
Jan Levy is stuck right in the middle of a pack. Baldwin in front of him. Mike Christopher behind him, and he can't seem to shake it. Meanwhile, up front, order remains the same.
Pastryak, a great battle to watch as they try to move through the traffic. Entering turn 3, Reggie goes to the outside of Connolly. Fuller will look on the bottom. Ed Kennedy holding the high groove. Here comes Fuller on the bottom again, front straightaway. Turn 1, a big crash down in 1. Everybody on the brakes. Everybody gets by. Caution flag.
That was close.
Took a bit of racing back to the flag between Ed Flemke and Tommy Baldwin. This caution flag will definitely work to the advantage of Jeff Fuller and Reggie Ruggiero because it will tighten the...
We never did find out what happened to his car before. He was running very strong and all of a sudden shut off.
Well, they made repairs, got him back out. So if he is on the lead lap, he would be the 11th place car. Looking for the restart at lap 99. 51 to go. Rick Fuller looking to avenge last Sunday's defeat at Nazareth. Comes off turn 4 with the lead. Richie Gallup in hot pursuit. The battle is for 3rd. Pastryak inside. Anderson outside. Charlie Pastryak has the 3rd spot.
Charlie's running really strong. Seems to have put it together this year.
Wayne Anderson in 4th. 5th, Jan Levy. Ruggiero and Fuller, Jeff Fuller now nose to tail. And they're trying to work on Christopher and Pastryak. That battle is for position. Look back to about the 10th car in line as Reggie tries the bottom. Here comes Jeff Fuller. Reggie comes up to close. And they're in turn 3. Christopher and Pastryak, Ruggiero and Jeff Fuller. Look at this knot of cars coming off turn 4 here.
Reggie looked low and high on that last lap. Carl wouldn't let him by. Tony's piece of number 75 just kept weaving back his foot, closing the door.
Well, Carl's got 8th place, and Reggie wants it.
Leading trying to move around the 39 car, and everyone seems to be running at about the same pace right now.
On the bottom, Pastryak underneath Christopher. Ruggiero looking up high. Fuller to the bottom in turn 3. Ruggiero takes the high groove. He and Pastryak side by side for 8th as they come off turn 4. Jeff Fuller looks to the high lane. Mike Christopher is up there. Fuller looks to the bottom. Reggie's already there. Back straightaway. Ruggiero underneath Christopher. This will be for 8th place. Jeff Fuller goes to the bottom. And Christopher will drop back to 10th.
Baldwin gets sideways again coming out of 4th. We have a challenge for 2nd spot as Charlie Pastryak moves into 2nd place. Number 5 car gets around Richie Gallup.
Did it handily coming down the back straightaway to turn 3.
Anderson now real close on the Gallup. Gallup car. He's looking to make a move, and here comes Jan Leedy again.
Turn 3, Wayne Anderson, the Len Bowler, old blue number 3. And here's Jan Leedy up on the high side. Leedy in number 25 comes off 4. Looking for Anderson's 4th spot.
And he's still up on the top. Now he backs off just a little bit, thinks about it, drops in behind Anderson.
Turn 3, Ruggiero on the outside of Pasteryak. Yet again. And he leaves the bottom open for Jeff Fuller. Reggie up high again, turn 2. And Pasteryak has the power, but Fuller is alongside Reggie. Turn 3.
Reggie stays up top.
Carl was hanging that extra large piece off the rear bumper to keep Reggie back there. And here goes the red. Boy, look at the power Pasteryak had, though. So Reggie moves up, so does Jeff Fuller.
And Charlie Pasteryak is really closing in on Rick Fuller. Rick had about a 4-car length advantage. Now he's down to 1 car length as the number 5 car closes in on the leader.
Jan Leedy has moved past Richie Gallup, put Leedy up into 3rd position in number 25. Tom Baldwin in the Sickens paint, number 7. Has crashed, and it could be Eddie Flemke with him. And the caution, another break.
Baldwin is pushing Flemke.
Well, they may be trying to get separated there. Let's see. The 2 cars, I believe, were locked up bumper to bumper. And now get separated. They will each lose a lap. That'll take Eddie Flemke off the lead lap. Here's Flemke's car in the front straightaway, spoiler aground. Folks, in
you know, there was no need for that. I never touched him all night. He just spun me out. You know, enough is enough. The guy is a real lowlife.
Well, there you have it. That just about sums it up. Back to you, Mike. And try to lose as few laps as possible, but we're under green here again.
Getting ready for the restart. Rick Fuller trying to win victory number 1. It's been denied to him 4 times this season. He's hoping his 5th race is the charm. 33 laps to go, and Ricky Fuller uncorks the bottle and opens up a 3-car length lead.
Great restart. Charlie Pasteryak goes right with him, but he doesn't have quite the stamina off the turns that Rick does.
Charlie Pasterjak's car seems to get better the longer it runs under green. And look at 3rd place. Jan Leedy, the fellow who always qualified well here and failed to finish, and starting with the Sizzler, started a little further back and wound up in the top 5. He is right there, knocking on the back door of Wayne Anderson for 3rd. Leedy puts the pressure on, turn 2. Hadn't lost it.
Ruggiero Fuller routine is still moving through the pack. They're still nose to tail. These guys think everybody else is just holding them up from the front.
Jamie Tomato, Bruce D'Alessandro lap cars. Reggie moves to the outside in turn 1.
Ooh, that was close.
Well, when Reggie goes up, Jeff is going to go low. Take the open lane. Nine laps to go. Side by side, back straightaway. Jeff Fuller on the bottom. The Reg upstairs. That's the way they take it into turn 3. Racing for 6th place. Fuller has it.
A lot of lap cars in front of them.
So Jeff Fuller moves past the number 2 qualifier for tonight's race. And up into the top 5. Rather 6, Richie Gallup up there. Mark Gallup, the 5th place car. Fuller in 6th, Ruggiero in 7th. Carl Pasteryak in 8th. back in the race.
Charlie Pastriak is really closed in on Rick Fuller. Now just a car length separating them. Jan Leedy cannot dispose of Anderson, though. Wayne Anderson's been positioning himself very well coming off the corner. And Leedy, number 25, has not been able to get the momentum to get around it.
And a good battle between cars one lap down. Down in turn 1, 10th and 11th. Bruce D'Alessandro in 10th. Jamie Tomeno in 11th. They run nose to tail.
Tomeno has gone around.
Yep, Jamie Tomeno and Bruce D'Alessandro were battling for 10th place. And Tomeno ended up spinning at turn 4.
Now the order as we stand right now, Rick Fuller running in first, Charlie Pastriak number 5, in second Wayne Anderson in third, Jan Leedy in fourth, Jeff Fuller is in fifth, and Reg number 69 is in sixth position. Well, and
yeah, and more importantly, these other guys know he can do it. They found that out. Pace car is in. It'll be 19 laps, and we're back to green. Rick Fuller again gets a 4-car length jump as he brings the field to turn 1. And again, Jan Leedy tight to Wayne Anderson coming off the corner. Wayne picks up a car length as they go to turn 3.
Leedy's been dogging him for the last several laps. He just can't seem to get the right momentum to get underneath him.
5-car breakaway now. Little gap back to Ruggiero, and then Bruce D'Alessandro, who's had a fine race tonight, running in the 10th position.
Charlie Pastriak really closes the gap between turns 3 and 4.
Fastest car on the racetrack right now is probably Jeff Fuller. He has the freshest tires.
With the Reg. Now that goes away. Reg starts to close it up.
Well, Fuller's got room to work if he can find a way past Leedy. Front 5. They are gaining on the leaders. Fuller goes to the bottom, and he's got the move. Jeff Fuller moves up to 4th place.
Now Wayne Anderson sits between him and position 2 and then your leader.
But time is running out. Just 15 laps to go.
I wonder what's going through Charlie Pastriak's mind right now. He's right on the bumper of Rick Fuller.
I'll tell you what's going through his mind. Gotta get him, gotta get him, gotta get him.
Fuller goes down low. Wayne Anderson shuts the door on him.
14 laps to go.
Once again, the number 8 car, Jeff Fuller, takes a look underneath Wayne Anderson.
Laps to go, and Rick Fuller showing no sign of giving up the lead or making any kind of mistake. Charlie Pastriak, 1 car length back. Fuller to the inside, turn 3, and no, Wayne Anderson holds the bottom lane. 11 laps to go.
Charlie Pastriak is all over Rick Fuller's bumper, but he just can't seem to make anything happen.
To go. Jeff Fuller shakes the car loose out of turn 4, looking to find a way past Wayne Anderson. 3rd place is Fuller.
Got the momentum.
Sharp move by Jeff Fuller, but now just 8 laps remain. He has caught the leaders at turn 3. It'll be 5 laps to go when they come by.
Oh, Jeff gets a little swirly coming out of of 4, but he gathers it back in, doesn't lose any ground.
He almost threw the car away coming off turn 4. Hard to believe that Jeff Fuller's able to keep that car under him. It'll be 4 laps to go. And Charlie Pastriak is the meat in the sandwich of the Fuller brothers. Not the kind of place you want to be. And Pastriak's around.
And out comes the yellow flag.
Caution is out with 3 to go. How quickly can they get this one back to... And let's see what happens. It'll be 148 as they come around. As the field lines up single file. Incredible frustration in the early season with his team. And now it's Ricky who's done everything but win. Let's see how it plays out. 2 laps to go. Green flag. And Jeff Fuller is right with Ricky on the restart.
Not a bit of difference in the speed as they accelerate. They pull away from some of the other drivers. Here they come.
It'll be 1 lap to go. Jeff Fuller goes to the outside. Ricky takes him up just a bit and holds the lead. 1 to go. Jeff to the bottom. And Ricky comes down to cover the spot. It is Jeff up high. Ricky down low. Can Jeff Fuller get close enough for 1 more run? Here he comes on the outside. Ricky Fuller down low. Jeff Fuller up high. Ricky will win the Connecticut Classic.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It comes down to 2 laps. And the number 77 on the front straightaway, the winner of the Connecticut Classic, Rick Fuller. Little victory lap with the checkered flag. And a greatly deserved win. Mike Joy is making his way down to interview Rick, Jeff, and also Wayne Anderson. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Number 77 in the Polar Beverage Featherlight Tour Modified, Rick Fuller.
Mike Joy up here. 1-1. Finally! How many weeks did you think it was going to take?
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, I don't know. The Chase family here and the guys, they've given me the best race car I've ever driven every single week this year. And I just can't seem to bring the win home. I don't know. I was really beginning to question my ability. Last week was a real heartbreaker for us. Things happened that I didn't expect to have happen. New Hampshire, Thompson running away with it with the flat tire. It's just great to do it here at Stafford in front of all these people, and it's been a long time coming.
We'll have a few presentations for you here, and for Kurt Chase. What were you?
Nice hat, Mike.
Hey, you like that?
Cool.
Jeffy, get up here. I want to talk to both you guys. The winner and the runner-up. I didn't get up here. He kissed Ralph Shaheen at Victory Lane last week. Don't try that.
No.
Come here.
Why is Ralph here?
I'll tell you, we were talking this evening. You guys didn't have the best of endings last Sunday. But tonight, I mean, this is the greatest thing a modified race, to see a couple guys like this that know each other's styles, know exactly what they're going to do, and see you guys run each other hard and clean and run for the win. You tell me about these last couple laps. What was on your mind? And what could you have done? What would you have? Couldas, wouldas, shouldas.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. What really happened was the beginning part of the race. We were a little too loose, and we came in, and we were a little too tight at the end there. We needed a little bit more stagger, and we needed just a little bit more cross weight in the car. But it's a lot easier to drive it when it's tight than when it's loose. And I got up on the outside of Ricky there with 1 to go, and It just got to pushing. I slammed the gas to break the push and got ahead of him a little bit, and then it just drove the nose, and he gave me plenty of room there on the outside. I mean, he didn't even come up by the wall. I was figuring I might see him come up by the wall, but he gave me plenty of room, and we were just a little too tight to race him. I wish we had, maybe 2 more laps, but what do you think?
Did he do everything you expected him to do?
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. My guys made a great call bringing me in that early. I wasn't really sure if it was the right call or not, but the Hoosier tires worked super on the Polar Beverage RC Cola Pontiac. Had to get that in. I'll tell you what, it was like I was driving the hauler. No one was going by me tonight.
Now let me ask, I gotta ask you, is there anybody you'd rather beat than your brother?
Well, there's nothing like that. It's good to finish 1-2. I thought we were going to have that last week. I ended up 1-5.
Anybody you'd rather race than your brother for the win?
No, we race everybody pretty hard. Reggie had a real good run going. I like running next to Reggie, and he was just a little bit off today. I think it was a little tight or whatever, but we had a good battle swapping back and forth there and trying to use lap traffic and this and that, but where did Reggie end up anyway?
5th, 6th?
5th, yeah. He was a little off, but no, I like racing him.
Okay.
How's that? Thanks. Tire down. New Hampshire, we were running away with it, and we got caught in the lap traffic. Thompson running away with it, we got the flat tire, and last week at Nazareth running away with it, and the caution come out right there near the end. So, these guys with 5 to go have been standing there thinking they're going to victory lane 3 out of 4 races so far this year, now 4 out of 5, and I'm just glad I was able to finally do it.
Hey, a great drive. Congratulations.
Thanks a bunch, Mike. And it's a real pleasure having you back here.
Well, it's fun to be here. It's fun to watch you guys run each other hard. Where's Kurt? Where's Kurt Chase hiding?
Over there.
Kurt, you're not counting the money yet. Come on up here.
Hell. What can I say? We've had a good shot every time, and we just haven't been able to pull it off, and it's finally came through.
Well,
feels awful good.
I imagine it does. To have a car that's capable of, you guys have got great finishes. You got look at what you got, 4 top 5 finishes in 5 races, but I know what you really needed was to stand up here.
Yes, we've been waiting for a long time. It's been a long time this year.
All right, congratulations.
Great job.